Hello and welcome. Today is, I almost said June again, god damn it. Today is January 15th, 2026, and today we'll be playing V-Rising. I'm your host, Xolo Q. I'm a Xoloese Queenly Reaper and Guide to the Underworld, and on today's stream we will be building, or actually this is part 2, of our Romantic Getaway castle. So this is the first castle of the year that I'm starting a build on. Super excited. It's gonna be a really nice, beautiful build, I think, by the time we're done, and I think I have some ideas as to the direction I could go with this particular castle. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be a fun stream. Before we get started, I'm going to put on some wonderful jazz music. Let's see if I can get that going for you guys. There we go. Alright, so let me know if the music is good, if it's too loud, too quiet, or whatever. You know, if I need to change it up, I will. But yeah, we should be good. Alright, so just a quick review of where we left off last time. We started working on the front part here, the kind of frontal garden entrance area. For this build, we have a little picture area where people can take pictures and stuff, group photos. Gotta work on this space though. It still feels a little plain. We also have a, rooftop venue that will kind of simulate the outdoor venue of the venues. 3-story venue, so 3 different marriage altars essentially kind of set up. And of course our little honeymoon suites, kind of just chilling over here. These rooms are kind of crazy, so this is going to be a little bit of a project to try to make this look really nice, but I think we'll be okay. This part of the castle here, though, is more for just servants, and it looks like it's all part of the same building, but it kind of isn't, I'm gonna be honest. But that's okay, and of course we have our heart-shaped ballroom right here. So yeah, super excited to see how this turns out. So this is a really interesting castle. I'm curious to see how it goes, or how it comes to fruition, I guess. But I guess we'll have to see. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, we're gonna start off here. Last time I kind of worked around just kind of putting grass tiles here underneath the trees, but the more I think about it, the less I like it. The more I look at it, the less I like it. So I think instead I'm going to be using an exterior invisible foundation, and I think it'll look a lot better. It's more natural. It's the same color as the rest of the grass is naturally, at least, and I think that the natural grass of this area probably looks a little bit better, and I think it's just gonna do wonders for us. Like, I feel like this is a little too like overkept and cookie cutter. So now that I'm looking at this, I really like that change. I think it makes a little bit of a difference, but in a positive way. Like, it's just good enough, I think. Yeah, because it looks more natural. With the grass kind of sticking up like that, it really gives it more life. Makes it feel more real. I don't know. I like it. I might add like a fountain or something over here, but I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet. I might add some more flora, maybe on the sides here of the trees. Maybe just kind of going around here, but I haven't decided. So that's going to be a whole nother task. Oh yeah, and before we get too deep into the stream, I did want to mention something. So like I said earlier this week, I do have a survey for you guys to fill out. So if you're, if you've been watching the channel, whether it be for a month or several years or whatever now, feel free to fill out the survey. I am asking for feedback. And of course, one of those things, or one of those categories of feedback, have to do with some future ambitions. So feel free to go check that out, even if it's during the stream, just to chill, because this is going to be a really chill, relaxed, laid-back stream anyway. So if you're on PC, feel free to fill it out. If you're not on PC, well, fill it out anyway, I guess. Maybe afterward, though. It'll be up to you. Alright. I think I am gonna add a water fountain here. I think I'm gonna put one right on the edge. I don't really like not having anything here. I wish I could push this back to fit right in this corner, because it looks like it would fit, but it's too close. So it won't let me put it there. But I think right here is fine. I could also, maybe add some other stuff. I have to think about how I'm gonna go about this. Like I said earlier, I could add some more, flora here if I wanted to. But I also don't want to overcrowd this area, because if there's like a group photo, there needs to be enough space to take the group photo. I don't know. Thinking about logistics here a little bit. Yeah, I think a fountain here for now is fine. I'm probably gonna have to come back here, add some like chairs and some other random stuff. Like I might add, I'm thinking maybe some planters would look nice here. Kind of debating on what kind of planters. If I put these kinds of planters, I feel like it's gonna get buried in the wall. Unless I do something like crazy, like if I take these and then put like a pink, you know, wisteria or something. Like that's kind of wild. Not sure if I like that though. I might add that here or something. I don't know. I have to think about it. Maybe like right here. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what makes the most sense. So I think I'm just gonna remove this for now. But that's definitely an option. Could also add something like these planters. I like to do like the different height planters. With like the tall one in the middle and then the shorter ones on the outside. I really like that, so I think I'm definitely gonna add that in here. I could go with roses again, just like I did near that bench. I think I will do that actually, just to keep the theme going. And then we're gonna put down some growing plots right underneath here, right in a row. And then we're gonna place our seeds here. There we go. Nice rotation. We're just going to speed up time, see what it looks like. Wow. It looked beautiful at night. I like this. Okay, well, looks like our rose wall is looking good. I might add the planters to the inside here though, because I feel like that could be a good option. Or I could do like a rose trail, which is not a terrible idea considering the theme. But I don't want to necessarily rely on that too much. So I think maybe going with like a bench right here might be good. Just to kind of fill that gap a little bit. Maybe putting another one right here. In the corner. And I guess I could put one like right here too, if I wanted to. Just so that they're nice and evenly spaced out. Yeah, I think this is appropriate. I'm sure I'm gonna have to, revisit this later though. Something tells me it's not going to be quite enough. I think that's fine. Kind of want to remove this now and move it here. For some reason, I'm getting like weird vibes. So I think I'll move it there. And then I think instead here, I'm gonna have a bird bath. That way, there's a little bit of balance visually. Without having to put like another, seat. Yeah. Oh my god. I still got that cough, man. Still happening. Damn. I got some ice cream. It is very delicious. Mmm. It's chocolate ice cream, for anyone wondering. I'm thinking about this trellis, and I'm wondering if it makes sense to put something like this here. I don't know. I'll rethink that. Maybe it would make more sense, like right in front of it or something, like right here. How does that look? I'm gonna want to use the wire frame, not the wooden frame, I think. I could put roses up here, or I could put like a pink wisteria. That's interesting. If I make it red, it could be kind of not as cool though. I don't know. I'm on the fence. Let's make it daytime. I don't like it. I'm removing it. We'll figure something out. I just don't like, I don't like leaving this so plain. It just looks kind of unfinished. Something about it. I'll have to come back in here later and just figure this out, but for now, we're gonna work inside of the ballroom. This is where we left off last time. Of course, we have the couple in the center, and then, of course, family members or whatever. Not bad. Not a bad setup. I think what I will do is keep maybe a different kind of flooring here in the center, but I don't think I'm going to use this treasury flooring. I think maybe something like another wooden floor might be good. Maybe a directionally neutral flooring like this could work. I think that might be fine. I could also use a darker flooring on the outside. Maybe. Not really sure if that's what I want. I'm thinking about maybe adding some carpet to the other parts. And I probably also want to add in another table for the guests. So maybe these tables could be like over here or something. The hard part about these tables is that you have to be really careful about how you place them. Because if you place them too close, no one can get in. Which is not ideal, obviously. I could also go with something like this and then just kind of place them like this. I don't know. Because if I align them with the windows, that could be a potential option, but then the problem is here, like not being able to get in. So it's not going to be able to align perfectly with this window. It's going to look a little odd if I do that. I also want space between the chairs and the floor. So these chairs here, they're like super fancy, but I think I'm going to go with something a little more modest for the basic guest. Hello, Daddy Eddie 15. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hold on. There we go. Yo, chill, don't say my full name. I'm doing good. How are you? That's funny. I'm doing alright. I'm just doing some castle decorating here. Working on a design. Not really sure how I'm gonna implement it yet though. The spacing of the chairs is kind of tricky. So I have to be a little bit careful not to mess that up. What game is this? Looks interesting. The game is called V Rising. It's basically a action RPG vampire survival game. That's the best way I could probably describe it. Damn, how are people supposed to get in these chairs? Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh man. Yeah, this orientation is not gonna work. I have to figure something else out for these chairs. For the tables. I might move them this way. Let me see. You like vampires? That's cool. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can get this looking nice. Okay, yeah, it's the right color. I had to double check. You know, I think this is not bad. This might be a good solution. And then over here I can have stuff for the guests. Maybe self-serve refreshments or something. We'll figure it out. So maybe over here I can have like I don't know, maybe I could have some of these. You know what? We'll move them here. And I think I'll also put on some actually, no. I have to think about this. I think I'll remove this. I'll put this on this table. And then I think I'm going to probably change up the look of these. Yeah, you know what? I like that idea. Okay, so for this table, we're just gonna serve some grapes and stuff. And then the drinks will be like over here. Actually, that's not the drinks, that's just wrong size table. There we go. So I can either go with these cups, which are super chill, and they look nice. I could also just put some candles up on there. This might be fun. What did I put on that table? Just the fruits. So I think I'm gonna go with this. And maybe put that on that one, and then maybe just put only cups on this one. No, I think I had it right the first time. I'm just gonna put another one of these. There we go. Perfect. So now that that's set up, let's see, can anyone get back here? I might have to move this table up, actually. Uh-oh. Not good. Okay, so if I move it this far down, I am able to actually get in there. So I think this will work. And I'm also gonna put alright, here we go. This one. There we go. Okay, I thought for a second I thought I moved the table too much, and now I look at it, I'm like, oh no, we're good. You know, the paranoia of making sure that they're aligned correctly is like insane. It'd be like that sometimes. Alright, here we go. You know, I was also thinking about maybe going with this kind of tablecloth for the guests, but I kind of don't want it to look too cheap, so I mean, if you're going to a venue, you're spending the big buns, right? Big monies. Gotta make it look nice. So, just gonna push it forward just by one. I don't know, I almost feel like these tables are like a little too far in, but I also don't want to like clutter this area because I do want to add some wine cases and stuff. So let's add a little bit of wine. The thing that sucks about this is these don't align perfectly with the pillar, so it just looks weird. So I might just add them here instead, just so it doesn't look bizarre. I think the green one is better table. Yeah, I really like it too. It's super nice. Like if I had the because the thing is I want it to be like super fancy, but I don't want to ignore the hierarchy of the seating also. So like for example, like if you look at the chairs, for regular guests they get this chair, right? But like if you're the couple, you get like the really tall back nice chairs, and then the family gets like a medium back chair because they're probably paying for this whole thing. They get slightly nicer chairs for paying, I guess. It's like pay to win, but more expensive. I'm gonna have to move this over one more. And I like that there's gonna be enough space to walk in between these. That's what's really important to me, honestly. Because I don't want it to be too, chaotic. Like, there's not gonna be that much seating, though. It's only gonna be about, let's see, about 16 regular guests. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 people. So I might have to make some adjustments, but we'll see. We will see. You pay to win, but they ain't winning? Yeah, basically. You're not wrong. Alright, here we go. Let's get in this side all fancied up. Yep, so now we have this good space in between, so it's not too crowded. I almost want to adjust this, but I can't move these chairs back any further or you're not going to be able to walk through here. So these are kind of stuck. What I could do is make the dance floor smaller and then add like another couple chairs here or a couple of tables. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't really like the idea of adding more tables in front of this one. Not really sure. Not really sure. You know what? Let me see if I can make some adjustments here. Like if I were to make it smaller, the dance floor would be boom right here immediately in the space, which is not, I mean, not the worst thing, I guess. I don't know. A little on the fence on that. I think this looks fine. And maybe putting a maybe I should have used a carpet instead for like this area. But this is where people are eating, so it seems kind of silly to put a carpet in the dining area. I gotta think about it. Let's get these wall decorations figured out in the meantime, and maybe some carpets or something. Ooh, I have an idea. Oh, I hate that it snaps. I don't want it to snap. You know what? I actually have a better idea. Let's take this carpet. Oh, it's gonna show on the edge. We'll see. See what we can do here. I might be able to hide the edges here if I'm careful. Ooh. There we go. And we're gonna make this the, so the light green looks more like this. If I use the dark green, I think it's a little too much green. It's like a little Jolly Green Giant kind of green. It's a little too much. But this visually kind of cuts off the dance floor, which is kind of nice. I wanted something to do that, and I think this is a pretty good compromise to achieve it. Only thing I don't like is how this is further in than this is, but I can't get this, well, I don't think I can get this closer without a problem. No, because the carpet's too close. I could try adjusting it slightly backwards and just see if that works better. And then I could put like a vase right here just to cover up that spot. So like no one would be the wiser. No one will know. It'll be our secret. Put some white too. Much green and white. Well, I do plan to add some... Well, the thing is we do have some white here. Like on the pillars. So I'm kind of messing with the green for now. But I'm probably going to go back, and when I start adding carpets, I might start experimenting a little bit more with the colors. I also might not stick with the green. I decided to start with green just to see. But... I might change it. I haven't fully committed to the green, but I have to think about it a little bit more. Because I also can add a carpet like these, right? I can add 2 round carpets here to keep things interesting. Or I can add a nice carpet right here. I could also add smaller carpets and just put 3 of them. Could go with a white, we'll see. I feel like the white doesn't really fit well here though. At least not in that spot. I could put... Oddly enough, I feel like the dark foresty green might be better on this one. I don't know. Because I also want like... Oh, you know what I should do? It's coming to me. I want an entrance carpet. I think I am gonna go with a dark green in that case. On that one. Because I still need to add lighting and stuff, and I think that's what I'm gonna add, like the white lights and stuff. So, like with a chandelier, maybe I'll use a white light on the chandelier to make it glow and look nice. So like this right here is the absolute center of this dance floor. And I could go with a white light just to keep it looking nice. Doesn't look like it's in the center though, it's kind of odd. Oh, it's too far over. Oh boy. Hold on. That's not gonna work. Oh. Why does it look different when I grab it? There we go, now it's centered. So yeah, this chandelier right here, great. I do want to add the side lights like I did on the other side, so we'll put some pillar mounted lights like these. We're gonna put them on the sides, keep it looking classy. And the cool thing is, because I have a music box here, it kind of oh my god. It kind of obscures everything. So it kind of comes to life, you know? Thank you. Sorry about that. I've been having like this really bad cough that just keep coming back. Thank you for the stretch, by the way. Should I just call you Eddie? I think that works, right? Thank you for the stretch. Shall do that now. Oh, God. It's a good stretch. Hello, Carlo Cruz 5345. Welcome to the chat. Hi, I already defeated Dracula on normal difficulty weeks ago. Guess you can call me Eddie. Okay. Wow, congratulations on that clear, Carlo. I just want to thank you for your guide on how to defeat Dantos? How to defeat Dantos? I didn't make a guide on how to defeat Wait. I don't think I made a guide on defeating Dantos. I think you have me confused, Carlo. I actually rarely do any kind of combat guides. Like, I almost never do a combat guide. I'm not confident in my combat abilities, to be completely honest, Carlo. So I don't think that was me, but I appreciate you stopping by. That's still nice of you. Alright, here we go. So, let's add maybe some more wine cases. I think right here should be good. Well, no, maybe like right here. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna keep the thick cases right there, and then we're gonna put that here. Maybe some wall decorations. You know, I could go. I was debating on what color draperies to use, and I went with the green here. But maybe what I could have done is I could have gone with the with like a white. Hello, Shadow Scale Studios. Welcome to the chat. Hello, love your build ideas. It's such a cool one. Oh, you love my build idea. Sorry, I misread that. I'm new to V Rising, but I'm so obsessed with the game. Had it a couple weeks and already logged over 100 hours. It's really such a fun game. I know, right? I love this game. It's so much fun. I really enjoy it, honestly. So I completely understand. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm like, God, how many hours? Oh my God, I'm at like 3,500 hours in this game. That's insane. Now that I'm looking at it. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, you know, regarding the game. I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you for the hydrate, Epic. I appreciate it. And thank you also for the stretch. What did you do? 3,500 hours. That's 3,500. Actually, let me double check. It's 3,500 something. According to Steam, 3,539 hours and well, 0.7 hours on top of that. To be fair, I've been playing since early access, so it makes sense. Thank you for the headpat reaction reviewer. Appreciate that. Let me stretch. And I did hydrate. Yeah, I can't forget the 0.7. Yeah, every little bit counts, right? Thank you, thank you. All right, we are good. I'm kind of debating if I should switch this to like white now, like the curtains, because I feel like the green curtains don't really stand out as much as I had hoped. Or I guess I could change the kind of curtain I'm using, because the reason why I chose this curtain is because it gives you like maximum visibility outside, and I really like the way that these windows look. But in hindsight, I feel like I should have used a different, I don't know, I'm having regrets. I'm having regrets. I could go with something fancy like this, but I could also go with something also fancy, but like this. Yikes. Yikes. I'm looking at this color combo and I'm like, maybe I should go with like the white. Yeah, you know, I wanted more visibility, but I think it's fine. I think it just looks better. I think, yeah, you know what? That'll be the compromise. I'll switch these to white, and then I'll put like green ones throughout the back. Oh, wrong one. Like on the solid walls. That way it's not boring. There we go. Yeah, that's a good idea. That way it's nice and kind of even, because these pillars really stand out over here on this side without furniture. Oh shit, my bad. You right? It's another person. I just remembered binge watching your videos. That's okay. That's okay, Carlo. I'm not offended. It's totally fine. It happens to the best of us. You know, it'd be like that sometimes, as I like to say. You know, I'm kind of debating if I should... Hey, hold on. I might do something stupid here, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Let's mess around with this carpet real quick before I make a final decision on what I'm doing. Like, if I move this all the way here... Yeah, that's not gonna work. I won't be able to even corner that. Ooh, it's close. Damn. Because then I can cover this completely and then no one would ever know that this was a connected spot. I could shift... Oh no, I can't, because look at how close that carpet is to the wall. I don't want that gap to be visible. Oh man. I have to think about this a little bit. Okay, let's try a different approach. I'm gonna try putting this in the corner spot and seeing how much of this it actually covers up. So it, you know, leaves a little bit of a strip here. And it would end right at the tail. Ooh, okay, it would end right at the tail of this, but that's too wide. So what I could do is I could put this here and then put like some arrangements or something, but I don't want something in front of this table. That's the biggest thing. So yeah, that's not gonna work. It was worth a shot just to like experiment with that, but the spacing is just not quite right. But that's okay. We will make do. Hello, Spidey. Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, God. I guess today is one of those coughing kind of days. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna put a vase here. I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of vase. I can go with something like... Ooh, this one has a big footprint, which is nice. But the problem is that the base is so thin that you can still see the, thing. So if I use something like this that's more closer to like a bust, and there's a white version, that one's pretty. If I go with a dark one, oh man, that stands out against the pillar a hell of a lot more. Look at that. It just, I mean, it really sticks out. But if I put the white one, I mean, let's do a comparison. Maybe I'm right. Maybe the darker one does look cooler. I think it's a preference thing, maybe, because if I do this, this is gonna look a lot smaller, like the pillar. But if I go with this and I keep the white on it, I think it's gonna depend on the kind of flower I use. If I use like a white top flower like this, it stands out more against the darker vase, but it doesn't stand out against the pillar as much. So I might have to choose some other design. I could go with a green, just to keep it nice and neutral so I'm not fighting with the color scheme at all. Which is a fair option, I think. Like, I could go with the money plant, or I could go with this thing, whatever the hell that is. It's alright, still hanging around, weaving my way. Oh my god. Alright, Spuddy, you keep doing that, but just do it really far away. I'm just joking. You're fine. I could also go with a completely different color and just break the rule and go with something like this red, which I think would look nicer in this plant or in the white one, because then it matches like the fruits and stuff on the tables. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Crawling in the web of life? Oh my god. Spidey, you're killing me, bro. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is probably... Okay, this will be how I make the final choice. We're gonna do a comparison. We have white against white pillar or black against white pillar. Same flower. Which is better? I think I'm gonna go with the white one. I think, surprisingly, I feel like the white one, even though it doesn't contrast against the pillar as much, it contrasts against the floor because there's no carpet there enough to, like, make it work. And it also kind of makes the pillar look a little bit more prominent, which is good, I guess. So I think, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. We're just gonna go with the white one. It was a tough choice, but I think I've made up my mind. I can't put this here or I can't get back there. Damn. Alright. So what I'm gonna have to do is maybe put... Oh crap. Oh man, if I can't do that then... You know what? Maybe I don't care. Maybe I just want this to be here. If I walk around, can I still get in this chair? I can. Can I get out from here? Nope, it bumps me backwards. Okay. That's not bad. It's just peculiar. I almost never do something like that with my chairs, but it's only gonna be literally just this one seat. Or just this one side. So I'm willing to ignore it if it means I can have some peace. And I think I might also do it for these as well. Just to keep things looking interesting. But I'm not gonna put them on these pillars because otherwise you can't get back there. Which is, well, not ideal. Maybe here too. Yeah, I can still get through here. Alright, let's add the flowers.
This will not work. I cannot build here.
You know, I'm pretty happy with it. I think I think the little bit of red is just enough to make this build work. I think it's just enough. I could also change something out. So I decided to use like this flooring here, but I'm starting to have regrets and second thoughts. And part of the reason is because I feel like it's not working well, even with the visual division of this side and that side. I feel like the color is too rich for the room, and I don't really like it. So I'm gonna have to figure out another plan for that. I could go with a carpet to possibly mitigate some of that mess. I could maybe go with a white carpet. Imagine dancing on a white carpet and then suddenly someone spills some wine over here. That'd be a disaster. It does look nice though, I'm not gonna lie. I could also go with something like I mean, I guess we could go with like a red here, huh? Keep it maybe without, you know, maybe without the stripes. You can go with this kind of carpet. This is like I like to call this like the movie theater carpet because it kind of has that like very uniform look to it, and it has like swirls, which I feel like is very like, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking about like old movie theaters and stuff, but a lot of times they have like this weird ass carpet where it's like all like shapes and shit, and then there's like swirls, and it kind of reminds me of that. So I'm gonna call it the movie theater carpet. I don't know, I think having like this red area here just for dancing, I think it's fine. I wasn't gonna add that into the room at first. I could, well, I wonder if the darker, oh, look at that little bright green, look. Holy shit, we went full jolly green with that shit. Look at that. I could also go with a black carpet, which is also a very good option. Because if we go with a black carpet, this can to keep things looking nice and fresh. Let's see. Maybe black would be better because red really stands out and it kind of draws the eye a little too much from the rest of the room. I don't know. What do you guys think? The red carpet was nice, but I feel like the black carpet kind of makes the rest of the room stand out more. I'm having a crisis over here with these carpets, man. They're gonna be the end of me, I swear. I could also add carpet right here if I wanted to, but it's not a good idea, and I know it. Oh, I have an idea. That other carpet, like this one that I had here, I can add right here. Oh no, it's snapping. I was hoping it wouldn't be doing that. Oh man. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can move this for a second. Actually, let's see if I can snap it this way. We're gonna have to use some carpet tricks here to get this to work, but hang in here with me. I'll show you some cool methods. So you see how I removed the carpet from the other side? No! I didn't mean to do that. If I add in one here to prevent the snapping and then just quietly replace this, no one would ever know. Boom. Perfect. I think this looks nice. I think this works, and I'm pretty sure. Well, the only thing is this, because this is not completely centered, I can't exactly take this and just I can't move it in toward the wall anymore. Otherwise, I would probably just do something cool here, but I don't know. Part of me's kind of wondering if I need to replace this with like a hold on. Let me hold that thought for a moment. Because if I remove this and I decide to center this one piece, let's see what it does. So like if I take this and I remove it and move it to the center here in between the chairs, it's gonna be further away from the wall than I would like, but I can also put another end cap here instead to keep it looking uniform, which might be slightly more visually appealing. I don't know. I almost feel like this doesn't work too well. Because the thing is, if I... You know what? No. I think I preferred it before, how it looked before. So we're gonna return this back to its rightful place, I guess. I like the visual game here of just making it look like it belonged, so we're just gonna stick with that. Wasn't part of the plan, that's fine. I'm also not really loving this carpet repeating here. The more I look at it, I think it does need some visual variety. So I think I'm just gonna add in this oh, can I put this here? I can. Okay. See if I can align this well with the tables. No! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Damn, I was going too fast there. It's okay. It happens. Boom. Alright, now we have, you know, 3 carpets kind of drawing you into the tables. I think this is fine. This is fine. This works. Now the only thing I have to do is maybe add some random clutter items. So I think I'm gonna take a small table like this one and we're gonna put it somewhere over here. It can't be aligned perfectly with the pillar, this one, so I'm gonna use the excuse of this table here instead, and I'm just gonna put it like right here. We'll just think right here is good. Hi PJ, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the little table is kind of nice. kind of like it. Not sure if I want a second one over here though. I'd have to put something on it to make it look like it belongs though, so maybe... maybe a candle set. Put a little candle set on top here, keep it looking fresh. We'll add another one right here. It'll be slightly off center. I don't know. I feel like this almost belongs closer to the plant. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add it closer to the plant, and then we're gonna add a little... I mean, I could put one of these, but I think the candle stand's a little better. There we go. Yeah, that's looking really nice. I like it. Thank you for the stretch, PJ. I appreciate it. And thank you also for the hydrate. Bed shooter, fast runner. All right. Not bad. I think I'm overthinking this room, and I feel like maybe this room is fine the way it is, and I don't need to change anything else. I could also change... Okay, so one last thing I want to try. Oh, I forgot to put stuff on that table. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, there we go. I don't know. I don't like this. Maybe I should have a, crap. I could go with a dining set, which might make more sense. But I feel like I kind of need, like, these. It looks weird when the chairs are still green, though. Oh my god, they look gray. What the fuck? This is what I'm talking about with the color shit. Some of them just look gray. I don't like that. No, we're gonna stick with the green. It just looks too weird. This looked better in my head. Much better in my head. I could, well, maybe black. Let's see. Black is not terrible, but it's not. I feel like I need to leave it alone. I need to step away from this. This is becoming an obsession to just change things over and over, and it's not worth it. Alright, let's add some more clutter items and things. I could add some wall seating, maybe, for anyone who needs to sit down or something briefly. These could be in this form of chair, maybe. I don't want to go with the flat back chairs like this. They're not too tall, but they have, you know, enough stuff there. Be fun and interesting. I don't know, maybe they want to play musical chairs or something. I don't know. I almost want to add another chair here. Yeah, you know what? I think that's fine. It looks nice. We'll just continue that. Oh, I missed the spot. There we go. Alright, cool. So now that this is kind of set up in a way that I think, you know, kind of does what it needs to do, I'm trying to figure out if there's any other things I want to add in here. But I think that this is sufficient. I think, you know, we got our dance floor looking cool. We have nice lights throughout the whole venue, looking good. The music box is music boxing. And, you know, I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's fine. And I think if I had to add one more thing, I keep saying that, but I feel like we need like something here in this little corner, but I can't add another table. I also don't want to add like just a chair per se, but I might have to. I don't know. Fuck it. We're just gonna leave that there, and if I need to come back and do something, I will. We'll leave this alone. I think, oh, right, this whole outside area. This area is gonna be tricky to work on. Oh, look, copper. So I think I might work on the venues today, actually. I'm thinking the venues might be good. Well, shouldn't say venues, but like the ceremony area. That's what I meant to say. The ceremonial part of the venue. Now, we got 3 floors to work with. First floor, second floor needs to be vastly different from each other. And then the third floor, of course, is going to be the outside, gardeny, you know, very green and bright and whatever kind of stuff. But it needs to look good at night, because remember, these are vampires. They're not going to be getting married during the daytime. There's no way you can do that outside, so that would be a wedding catastrophe. Let's start off with, well, this is just temporary flooring that I have here, but I have no idea what kind of flooring I'm going to be using out here. I think what I'm going to do for now is just keep it as a regular foundational flooring, just to keep it somewhat neutral without any commitments to color. And then inside I'm going to probably just I don't know, maybe add something a little bit. I need to decide on a color scheme. So the ballroom is like green and white, right? Or something like this. I want this one to look more like a traditional kind of setup, but the thing is, it's a little more tricky because it's vampires, so I have to like keep that in mind while I'm building this. This would be like the super white. This one will probably be the more dull white. This one is cool too. But, you know, with this kind of wallpaper, a wooden floor looks really nice. But I want to kind of change that up, maybe. I don't know. Maybe go with a slightly fancier looking indoor area. This is where it's going to be really tough, because I have to make my decisions here as far as color. So we're going to start off maybe... Alright, so we have white as the background. We're going to want a lot of gold. And we're also going to want a lot of... I mean, I could go with like a nice like purple or something, or I could go with a blue. Like, I could go with like a light baby blue kind of thing. But I feel like the baby blue might be too similar to the other parts of the venue. Could go with black to contrast the white wall. I could also go with a classic red crimson color, but I kind of wanted to reserve that for the second floor, I think. Because the thing is, the second floor, I think I want to use a very dark wall. Probably more like a, like an obsidian kind of thing. Or like the ebonite wall, maybe. If I go with a... Oh, you know what? Speaking of ebonite walls, I could go with the opposite. I could go with the marble, the elegant stone looking wall in here. Which is cool. It's a very castle-y look, but it's also very uniform, and the bricks have a nice, kind of a rich feel to it. I don't know. I could mess with that. I think that might be good. I might be onto something. Because the hard part is figuring out what the main colors of this is going to be, and I know that if I had the other wallpaper, I would have used a gold accented kind of setup. Okay, I have a better idea. I know I said that like 3 times, but we gotta be sure that we're getting what we want to get. I could also go with like a reddish wall instead, and maybe go with like a white curtain. Go with like a red and white theme with like green. And it would be the opposite of the other thing, but I don't know. Then again, I could also go with something like this. We don't really have that many wallpapers that I really want to use here, just because some of them just look crazy in comparison. Like this one might be good for like outdoors, outside. This one is pretty cool. I guess I could use that, huh? Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, this would be for 2nd floor. I don't want to use that here. Just deciding the wallpaper is the hardest part. We're gonna stick to the original plan. We're gonna go with like a gold. The carpet is going to be maybe a... what does this look like over here? If I went with red, I mean I could, but... I don't want to go with a green. Alright, we're gonna change the carpet. I think I know what I'm gonna do here. Oh damn, this runs side to side, not the other way. Damn. Kinda breaks my plan a little bit. I wish that I can get the flooring to spin the direction. Like, I wish I could change the direction of the flooring. That would be nice. But it's not an option. Oh god. Alright, we're gonna start with this first. We're gonna make this side one thing. We're gonna make this side another thing. For now, we'll leave it as black. And the centerpiece is going to be some kind of wooden flooring. I guess I could go with this, huh? Yeah, this is probably the best one to use here. And then, of course, we're gonna have to put some chairs here for both sides of the family. This pathway is just gonna be clear for the entourage. Probably gonna put a table here or something. Sorry, I keep coughing into the mic, guys. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna split it down, and I'm probably gonna do something similar in all the builds. Let's also... I mean, if I go with a red... Man. Purple is really tempting, because purple goes really well with this particular setup. Sorry, my voice is doing things. I really don't want to stick with just black. I might have to actually use white, which is wild, but I mean, if it looks nice, like, why would I deviate, right? Yeah, you know what? I think I like this. It makes the room look bigger too, if I use the white. So maybe that could work to our advantage. Yeah, I think this is a good move. And then we'll take the the seating, which is going to be the important part here. We're gonna have to get as many chairs to fit here as possible, but I also want to be mindful of the spacing between the chairs. And I do want to use gold accents, but I'm not sure if I should use this or if I should use the... Could use something like... This is too much. That is way too much. Kind of want to keep it looking nice, but somewhat simplistic. And the chairs could be black. Yeah, maybe the chairs could be black. The, I don't know. You don't really want to have... Man, that red looks so nice. I think I'm gonna... You know what? I think I am gonna fall prey to my instincts here, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go with a red. I think a red, it has, you know... It has romance vibes, so I'm just going with it. Fuck it. And the cool thing is that if anyone downloads this castle later, they can just use a different color. They can always change these colors, so it's not like the worst of the worst, you know? So this is going to be an interesting setup. Okay, so 3 chairs here, 3 chairs in this space. This is just far enough away from the... I don't know, because usually when people walk down the aisle, like, it's almost like claustrophobic. You know? But I did opt to go for a wide aisle so that there's no like real problems, I guess. Maybe what I should have, well, I'm just thinking about this logistically. I think trying to think how far back I want this table to go. So you need a place for the person who's officiating the wedding. It's not really gonna be like a church kind of thing, so I should probably get rid of that table. I think what I'm gonna do is put down a like a lectern. Put a lectern here, so that the officiator can do their thing. And then we'll have bride and groom right here. Can everyone see from this angle? Okay, like if I'm sitting over here, if I have a seat over here, can I see what's going on? This lectern's gonna be further up. It has to be at least in line with the columns. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll put the lectern up here so that when the vows are taking place, even if you're sitting like right here, you can literally still see what's going on. So that'll be ideal, I think. You kind of have to think about these things when you're building because you never know who's using these castles. At least for me. You know, and what's crazy is that the other day I checked out my Ko-Fi to see, like, because I saw that someone tipped me and I was like, oh, that's really nice of them. And then I saw that, actually, let me check, because the shop has, like... Hold on, let me find the page.
I see you've joined the queue.
Thank you for the... Hold on, let me find it. Thank you for the follow, Johnny963 over on the Twitch side. Appreciate it. But yeah, so if I look at my shop, I have... So 84 people have downloaded my Silverlight's Shadow Castle, which is absolutely insane. I did not expect that. And oddly enough, actually, let's see if I sort it through most purchased. Yeah, so the second most was the efficient crafting base, which I guess makes sense. And then the Crimson Chateau is in 3rd place at 25, which is crazy. Because I didn't expect that castle to get as much love as it did. It's a nice castle, don't get me wrong, but I was like, wow, like, that's crazy. It's kind of shocking when, like, I checked this, I'm like, holy crap, like, 84 people downloaded my castle? That's insane. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean... I'm you know, I'm not gonna lie, it does kind of mean a lot to me. Like, I see that, I'm like, wow, someone actually liked my creation enough to use it. Like, that's mind-boggling, you know. I almost want to see like what you guys even use it for, because I've been curious about that. Like, I see people download it, but I don't know what they're using these castles for. Like, I have no idea. Like, is it RP? Or, like, what is it? Like, I don't know. We're gonna start off here. Hold on. I don't want to measure from here. We're gonna do some measuring. All right, some measuring. And I think I'm also going to maybe do something interesting for the center part piece here. Do I have enough space to do a, let's see, 1, 2, hold on, I gotta turn the camera. Let's see, 2, and then maybe like a third. I could maybe fit this here. I could also maybe do like a, you know what? I'm just gonna test it. Let's see what I end up with. So I could just, even these out nicely. Man, the carpet goes a little far under. I don't know about that. And I can't push it back anymore. So that's as close as I can get it without it engulfing, I guess. But it also doesn't look terrible, so this could be like the centerpiece here. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And then I'll take this. Now the hard part is figuring out how much of a space or how much of a gap I want between the back wall and this over here. So I think I'm actually gonna start my chair row right in the back of the second carpet. And we're gonna move this inside to be with like well within the pillar zone. So placing all these chairs is gonna be a really tedious process, but just hang in there, okay, guys? Without effort, I mean, we're not gonna have the results we want, right? I could also put them in groups of 3, or I can put them in rows. If I put them in rows, I feel like it's gonna be a little crazy looking. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put like a bunch in a row here, and then just continue it from this side, because you see how this chair here, like that's the measurement for this chair, and then this is the measurement for this chair. We're gonna use these as guide markers when I'm placing the chairs in front, and then we're just gonna continue. 5, 6, so we have 6 and 6, and of course you have like a nice little space in between, so if someone needs to get up and leave, they can just get up and leave. They don't have to disturb everyone, right? Alright, now the hard part is figuring out how far or how close together I want the chairs to be, because I want the chairs to look like there's a lot of people attending, right? Which is weird because the ballroom doesn't have a lot of seating. So I have to think about that too, because like it doesn't really make sense. But I guess someone could just technically rent this place out and just not use the ballroom. Like they could just go somewhere else if they wanted to. It's unlikely, but you know, depends on how well we do, I guess. Let's see if I can get a nice little space here. I think this is a good distance. Let's take a look here. Let me do some measuring, because if I do this right on the pillar, like let's see, if I sit in this chair, can I see what's going on? That's the real question. I can. It's not a good view, but I can. All right, so this will be, maybe both sides will have 2 rows, and then we'll just work with that. I could add a 3rd row in between if I really want to at some point. So we'll just get this figured out first, and then we'll work from there. All right, let's see. Not gonna lie, like choosing the colors for this theme is a little bit difficult because you don't want everything to be just pink and red and that's it, you know? At the same time, you kind of have to like think ahead as to like how you're going to present the idea. and there's still so much more to this castle that we have not even started yet. So I'm like keeping that in the back of my mind as I'm doing this. Alright, and then like immediate or close family could be like right here. Like, okay, cool, yay. Meanwhile, the person over here is like, I can't see, sit down. It's a little bit of a distance. What I could do too is I could instead take these chairs, move them to the left, make it a longer row, and just keep it, I don't, yeah, you know what? I don't like the idea of it being separated, so we're gonna keep it inward. We're gonna put 12 chairs per row. Oop. Yeah, I could do this and then just put like random stuff here on the outside. I like this idea a little bit more, so gotta experiment with the layout a little bit. Because if they're supposed to be all one family on one side, you don't want it looking like a fractured family unit of some kind, you know? Even if it is true. Okay, let's just continue with this. I might choose a different white carpet flooring. This seems a little bit meh right now against these beautiful chairs, so we're gonna have to work on that. I'll think about it. Oh, let me make sure this is aligned correctly. It's not. It is not aligned correctly. There we go. This is the kind of stuff you have to catch early or you're gonna have a bad time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let me check on the other side, make sure I really did put 12 chairs. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chairs? I guess 10 does make more sense, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we don't want any extras. You don't want people sneaking in and ruining the wedding. How'd you get in here? There was enough seating for me. Yeah, I can see it now. The logistical issues that come with that. Let's make sure it's aligned correctly. Yep. Looking good. Oh my god, it looks so... Every time I look at this, I second guess myself and I worry. Okay, it's aligned correctly. We're gonna put 6 chairs here on both sides. I think that looks better. Okay, that's not too bad. There's plenty of space. It's not claustrophobic. You have a lot of space to decorate and put random stuff to decorate the outside of the venue area. Or the, yeah. You know what? I like this. I think this is excellent spacing. The only thing is gonna be trying to figure out things like the carpet. Because if I go with like a red carpet, even though I thought about using white before, then the chairs are not going to stand out as much and I might have to change them to white, but the white doesn't look as good on this chair. So it's kind of a crisis. A bit of a crisis situation. So I think I'm going to experiment with a different kind of carpet that's also white. Maybe something with a little bit more texture to it, like this. Ooh. Okay, what about this? This one might be the best of all of them, because it's the brightest one. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. There we go. It looks a lot more uniform too. Alright, let's pick our windows. That's not gonna do it. We already used those for something else. I think we're gonna go with these. And we're gonna put on some wall ornaments. We're gonna go with a red. Yeah, we're gonna use the ones from the Nocturnal Opulence pack, or Nocturnal Dominance pack, I think it's called. But these things are called Nocturnal Opulence, whatever. I don't know why they don't just call it that. I don't know. I don't make the rules, man. I just decorate. I hope they add more like decoration items to the game because I love decorating. It's fun. It's a good time. Make sure that these walls look good. I could also experiment a little bit with these walls. Like, I feel like having these all the way around doesn't look that great. And I'm kind of having second thoughts about this wallpaper just because of the way everything else is looking. So I'm gonna test something out real quick. And if I like it more, I'm just gonna keep it. Okay, let me try. I'm gonna remove these in the back. I don't want these to look the same as the sides. We're gonna mix it up a little bit visually. There we go. So now we have a little bit of visual variety, which is good. I could also go with something a little bit more concrete. Like maybe instead of these I can have full walls here and then half walls here. That might not be a bad compromise. And then on this wall, we can make that a full again. Remove these. I think it's a little classier that way. And then I think for these, we'll keep this. Actually, I think I'll just remove all of them. I've already removed the others. There we go. That way we have a little bit of visual variety. I could also maybe do like a kind of a back and forth thing. So maybe I can put like a long one here, shorts on the side, and then maybe shorts here and long on the side, and then have the corners linked together, which would be nice. Yeah, I like that idea. There we go. That way the corners look a little bit more interesting visually. It's a nice little visual illusion, I would say. But maybe it makes more sense to do the same thing here on the front corners as well. There we go. Yeah, I think that it definitely looks a lot better. Hey, Jelly Jess, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Thank you for, well, the attempted headpat, but I'll take it. Thank you for the headpat. Thank you also for the hydrate, bad shooter, fast runner. Appreciate it. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for the stretch. What did you do? And thank you also for the headpat, Majin Droid Arinsu. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, this is coming out to look really nice. I'm definitely gonna have to figure out something more visually interesting here on the sides though. And I think I know just the thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a carpet and I think I'm going to just in between the aisles. I'm gonna try something a little bold here. Yeah, maybe something like this. Blood Moon. This is definitely interesting. Thank you for the lurk, Barangut. I keep saying your name wrong, but thank you so much. And also thanks for, well, I said thanks for the lurk, but hello, welcome to the chat as well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I like this idea. Let me, speed up time a little bit. Okay, Blood Moon is over. I'm trying to decide if... I'm trying to decide what kind of flooring I should really be using here. Because if I use this kind of carpet, it's thicker. And it kind of makes the aisles look smaller. Like if I were to... Let me just quickly, briefly do this just to look at it. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. I think I am gonna keep this actually, because this is, the thing is, even though this matches the wall, I feel like it's too thin. And I think a thicker carpet does a little bit better job here. Yeah, let's overwrite it. I think this is a good idea. There we go. Oh, I missed a spot. Don't want to do that. There we go. That's a lot better. That way, like, the white flooring isn't overwhelming, but it's still there. And it still looks like there's aisles. You can visually see it, you know? This is gonna be interesting, decorating the outside, or the not outside, but the surrounding area in this room. Gotta think about this. I might also put like a I guess I could put like a tiny table or something up here. Put like a tiny table so they can put glasses or something here. I don't think that's gonna work. Or that. Definitely not that. Yeah, we'll leave it alone. I think I'm just gonna take like a quick, maybe 10-minute break. Step out, stretch a little bit, and then I'll come back, hopefully with some fresh ideas. Anyway, let me just make sure everything is good before I do that. Okay. I think we are fine. Anyway, I'll be right back. Just sit back, relax, and I shall return. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that, it took a little bit, but I just needed a break, so I took a break. You know, sometimes you just need to sit back and take care of business, but that is okay. Alright. Sorry, my hands are still wet because I just washed them. Anyway, let's get back to business. Let's figure out exactly what we're gonna do here. Gotta think about it. Alright, so on this side here, I think I'm going to start off with a corner table. I want the room to be symmetrical, so I'm gonna completely decorate one side and then move on to the other side. But I'm not quite ready for that just yet. Get some nice candles in the corner there. Might also want to add... Oh, we don't want to add pillows, really. That'd be kind of weird. You know what I realized? I never added a bathroom, like a public bathroom, to this build. Which is potentially a bad idea. But I think I'm gonna add one like right here, just to kind of fill the void. If that makes sense. And I think I'm gonna add a... There's a specific foundation I want to use for this. I used it in the other build that I did with the arenas, and I really liked it as like a bathroom flooring. Maybe something like this. I can do this instead. I can keep the vines here, keep it looking nice, and add a quick bathroom setup in here. I still haven't decided what color I want the outside of this place to even be. And I just realized that. Like, I never decided on that. Oh no. Oh crap. I didn't even think about that. Oh man. Damn. Excuse me. We're gonna go with a white outside. And we're just gonna use that for the whole build, I think. Keep it looking nice. I'm gonna go into bat form and take a look from the sky and see if I'm happy with that. I mean, I still have to get this third floor under control, but... let me drop down here. Let's get this foundation right. And I think I am gonna add a garden fence here. And we are gonna add a growing plot. And we will add a tree here. Boom. Alright, let's add some time behind it. I think I'm too close to it. It's gonna affect its growth. Yep. Okay, fine. Let me go into ghost mode real quick. There it is. Yeah, I was too close. I was impeding growth. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out here. It looks really nice. Alright, let's go back through. Okay. You know, I might just stay in ghost mode for now. Oh yeah, I wanted to decorate this. We'll add some garden planters inside here. I don't want to use these. I do want to use these. The problem with this is that there's carpet here, so I won't be able to do anything too wild. Like, I won't be able to add a growing plot here without problems. Like, it's not gonna let me. So that does severely limit what I can do. I could also just choose to do something a little bit more grounded with a few tables or something, which I think is a fair compromise, potentially. Maybe something like this. That might be fine. Could have also gone with something a little bit thinner, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this. I could put candles here instead so that it's not mismatching. Like this. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence on that. Doesn't look bad, for sure, but it's gonna need something on the walls, something visually distinct. Ooh, I could go with a blood fountain on the wall here. That'd be cool. There we go. Looking nice. I feel like I'm just gonna keep coughing. Hold on. Oh my god. Anyway. I hate this cough. I just wish it would go away. It's really disruptive. I don't want to put books in here. But there's really not a lot of... I mean, I guess I could put paintings, right? Like, I could just kind of, like, bullshit my way through paintings if I wanted. Which could be a decent way to handle the situation. Yeah, I think this is fine. I can maybe go with a different painting. I don't know, maybe... Yeah, I think I'll leave that alone, actually. And then, now that those paintings are figured out, I can put a painting over here as well. But it would look kind of weird if I had them on the ones that don't have, well, you know what, who cares? I'm just gonna throw it in there. Maybe it's a little odd to have it in a spot that's not like a predestined spot, I guess, but you know, I could always mess around with stuff. That's not gonna work. Wow, that looks awful.
I cannot build here.
Yeah, this looks terrible. I need to, yeah, I think that's a decent compromise, just putting this here. That way there's not too many curtains, but it still has a nice, look to it. And then I can add some cool little, random things at the bottom to make it look nice. Like I can add some vases and, ooh, some candle lights might... I mean, I don't know. A candle stand might be nice. Like over here, possibly. But I could also see candle stands over here near the altar. That might make a little bit more sense. Maybe I'll put them like right here. So if someone is like over here, can they see what's happening? Yes, they can. Same thing over here. Visuals are good. Sorry if I'm like mumbling, guys. I'm just like, sometimes I get like into this, like I get hyper fixated on what I'm working on and my brain just stops, realizing that I'm also streaming, but that's okay, it happens. You know, I think I am gonna do this again. We're gonna use the same vases we used over in the reception, sorry, the dance floor. I think this is fine, and then maybe adding... I wish there was like a small, like, flower basket or something, like a low window flower basket. Like, we really need something like that, honestly. Just reversing the chairs to accomplish that is not really ideal. I think that would be really nice to add, but who knows. I'm gonna put these in front of the windows. I gotta look at this more carefully. Oh, it's not the right color. There we go. Okay, so it looks cool up front, but we don't really have it going on through the aisle. I feel like there needs to be some kind of like decorative piece here in the aisle that's not going to kill the view. And maybe some flower pots can do that, but they would have to be very low, I feel like. Like maybe, well, this one's too high. Because even if I put this flower pot here, look how tall it is compared to my character. You know, like my character is like literally, like can not even see over that, so. That's not gonna work, I don't think. Hello, Chill Benchmark, welcome to the chat, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. There we go. I think this is fine. Leave the flowers up front. I guess it makes sense to add them over here too. But I almost want to add, like, something else here. I just feel like it's not quite... Oh, you know what I could do? Okay, this is a little wild, but... I guess I could add a, Hold on, let me untoggle observe myself. There we go. Let's try putting a... castle wall vegetation on this wall. Well, it'll be the roses, maybe? We'll remove that. You know, it does look a little fuller, I'm not gonna lie. It does look slightly better. It has a more rich look to it. I don't want to use it on a painting wall, because I feel like there's enough going on there, but you know, maybe this could also be good for these walls too. Maybe I'll just remove it for that wall and we'll just leave that alone. But in the back, I think it looks cool. I don't know. I have to really think about this because the more castle wall vegetation I add, the more I'm gonna feel like I need to add, and it's just gonna become like a big floral arrangement that I don't want. Which is unfortunate. There's not really a good way to go about, you know, getting all of this looking nice, I guess. Other than maybe adding... I don't want to add hedges inside though. That just looks weird. This is a really, really tough build, just trying to figure out like what kinds of floral decorations are gonna be fine without taking away from the aisle. I could also technically use something like a candelabra, which is a decent option, I think. So let's go with that. Let's settle on these. We're gonna put them right next to the chairs, like in between. And it should be a nice alignment. Oh man, I just noticed there's a mistake here. Oh, damn. Okay, so I think I may have messed up here because these chairs are closer than these chairs to the center, which means something is out of alignment. Now I have to decide which side I prefer. And I think I prefer the left side. So I'm gonna take this. Oh man, what a mess. Oh, I think I'm just like barely off or something. Yeah. Alright, let's look at it again. Yep, I'm just barely off. That sucks. I thought I had the alignment right. I was pretty careful about that, but you know what I really should have done instead? I should have taken, I didn't follow my own advice that I usually do, but what I should have done is I should have taken a carpet that has a lot of lines on it and then use that to measure the distance between the chairs. But I decided to eyeball it instead, and I'm regretting it, essentially. I made poor choices, and this is the result. It happens. I guess I didn't really think too much of it at the time, and I really should have. There we go. Now it's even, and now it looks correct. Yeah, now it's completely symmetrical. I think the candelabras on the side look really nice, actually. They look a lot nicer than I thought they would. But I think we definitely need some kind of chandelier here, so... I could also go with something like this in the... Well, actually, let's see if I can get something looking nice up here. Yeah, like a nice fiery kind of thing in the center. Or maybe what I should do is I should do that instead of these thingies, I should put this down over here. Man, it's just like fused into the altar. It's kind of weird. Do I want it that close or do I want to move it over? You know, I kind of like it on top of the table. We're gonna keep it. Let's do that. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll put a tall one behind just to eat up the visuals. That's not bad. I could also change this to like a red if I wanted to, but I think it would be too much. And then I think what I could do also is maybe move the I could put another set of candelabras on the other side. And be like right here on the other sides of the chairs because there's plenty of space. I guess I could move it over to the sides, huh? I could just put it against the walls. And keep the walls looking classy. See if that's acceptable. I think I am gonna push it forward one, maybe? They don't look bad on the sides, but I think I do want to bump them forward a little bit. There's plenty of space. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should move this in so that it's kind of like diagonally together. So we kind of have a nice line going. And maybe I should move this back. See what it looks like from here. You know, it's not bad. That's not terrible. We have a straight line going from here over. So, against the wall, against the chair, against the wall. That's the pattern. So, against the wall, against the chair,
I cannot build here.
and against the wall. And we just achieved the same thing on this side, looking nice. Cool. I mean, I guess I could turn them, huh? They don't have to be facing that way. I wonder if they look better this way when you enter. Or if I want them to be sideways. I don't know. What side looks better? So when you're facing this way... You know, I think I am gonna turn these sideways. And just test it. Alright, we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna leave and then re-enter and see what it looks like. Oh, I didn't mean to bump the mic there. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? I think that makes more sense, because then it's facing the door. Yeah, this looks cool. Then if you're sitting here, it's not blocking your view of the aisle, so it makes even more practical sense. Yeah, I think I can settle on this. And then we're gonna add maybe a couple of small storage containers just to make it look a little nicer over here. Like, I think I'll add a little thing here, little thing there. A couple of secretaries just to eat up the space. How did I do it again? Through the center? We'll do the same thing here. That way it's completely out of the way anyway. And then we're gonna add our castle wall vegetation. So we're gonna repeat exactly what we did on the other side, but with different paintings. So we'll put one here. How much for the venue? Yes. It depends how many nights you stay in. What do you want from the venue? Are you gonna use the if you're gonna use the main ceremonial thing, depending on which tier you decide to use, it could be more or less expensive. Cause this building can handle 3 different weddings at once. And then if you decide to stay the night for the honeymoon, well, that's another extra cost. And then you have the ballroom if you decide to have the reception there. If you want catering, that's another cost. You know, it just keeps adding up. I have no idea. That's a really good question. Like, I guess if you want... Okay, so for the complete package, right? Once this thing is done, I think if I were, like... If I were charging people, I'd probably make it, like... at least 100 gold coins per day. For, like, the entire day. Which I think is fair, because you can just steal it. Or craft it, you know. So, there's that. That's not too expensive for a vampire, but that's too expensive for a human. So I think that's a good gauge. But yeah, I think this is pretty much done. The only thing, like I said, I just have to copy on this side. So 2 paintings on that wall. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No. There we go. Okay. And then... okay, we got that going. Get the little table. Put it in the corner. Venue in today's market be 10,000 gold. You're not wrong. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little cheap. Maybe a little bit. That's a funny question. I never really think much about that. That's a good point. Imagine it's like, yeah, this is like 1,000,000 gold coins to rent out this venue. The vampire walks up. Yeah, here you go. The human looks at it and their jaw just drops. They're just like, I can't do that. Even the wealthiest of people in Silverlight can't even afford it. Not even the Church of Luminance can afford it. That'd be pretty freaking evil, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Imagine. Oh man. And then of course we gotta get this side. And that side. Pretty similar, but not the same. I could also add some more candles over here, but I feel like it'd be better off putting, I don't know, maybe I am right. Maybe I should add, I don't know, because no actions, because there's already candles back here, so I don't want to add more candles. So I think what I'll do is that even though those candles don't add like a ton of light, I'm just gonna put down a, base. And we're just gonna use the same base as we were using on the front. And we're just gonna copy that over here. Just to keep it looking nice. Perfect. Okay, so that side looking the same as that side. Okay, we got the table. We got the other thing. Is that everything? Oh, we're missing a castle wall vegetation on this side. Boom. Yeah, I think it's symmetrical. And I think we're also gonna add a couple of statues here. So I think I'm gonna add a... it's tempting to add a marble statue, but I feel like it doesn't stand out against the wall enough. Oh, I don't remember what side of the aisle the... Hold on, I gotta look this up. What side of the aisle... Hold on. I don't know what side of the aisle the bride stands on. I'm confused. Left side? Okay, so then we'll put the female statue on the left side then. For this particular case. And then we'll put another one here. That's not bad. And then we'll take... You know what? I have an idea. Oh, do I want to do that? Are they gonna fit? They do fit. It's a little hot over here, though. Ah, fuck it. It's a little squished, but... I keep picking up the carpet. There we go. I mean, yeah, it's a little cramped, maybe, but... You can still see without issue, so that's the main thing I care about. And then we'll add the candelabras back in, because I like those a little bit more. I wanted to add it like, slightly back. There we go. I think this is finished. It's really simple, but it's nice, I think. What do you guys think of this build? Is this a nice little area? I think it looks nice. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, the cost will depend. Who's buying? But yeah, really nice. I think the only thing I'll change is I'll make this into a white table. I think that's the only thing I'll change. Everything else looks fine. I mean, I could have gone with a white, oh, actually, hold up. Hold up. It's really tempting to keep this. But I feel like the red looks better. Change that table to white to make it stand out. And then we'll keep that. And that'll be the build. Very nice. I'm happy with this. I consider this one to be done. I wish there were a stand for armor clothes. Oh, you mean like a coat rack? Yeah. The thing is, we have a mini closet thing, like an armor storage like this. But it's only armor storage. It's not like a regular thing. It would have been nice if we had like one for like regular clothes or something, but yeah, I know what you mean. If only. Let's try putting down there. People who are not allowed in will not be allowed in, period. And it doesn't ruin the look either. We are gathered here today for this random wedding. And you probably don't even know the people who are involved. But that's okay. There's a party afterwards. Enjoy. Imagine. Alright, so this next one I want to be a little bit darker in theme. Thought about using the ebonite walls for this potentially. Keep things nice and dark. But because I use so much red downstairs, I think I'm gonna have to choose a different color. Possibly a purple or something. Oh my god, I'm starting to feel tired. That's not good. Could also go with a red and then just change the composition of the walls. Open bar on the side, yeah, right? Oh, that's not a bad idea for the yeah, you know what? Now you mention it. I guess I could fit a bar right here. Or like, actually like right here would be a good place to fit a small bar. That's not a terrible idea. Hold up. You got me thinking now. Hold on. Now you got me over here thinking about this. That's okay. We'll come up with something good. How am I gonna do this? I don't want to eat up too much of the dance floor, so the bar's gonna have to be kind of... Okay, I can't fit in that. The bar's gonna have to be really tight. Maybe with like a... Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, I can fit here. Okay, good. Alright. Oh man, I can't squeeze this in there, but I can fit this. I guess I can remove this pot. See if it lets me. It's not a terrible idea. Get some refreshments or something. And then we can just get... We'll put that there, and then maybe a... I feel like this is sufficient. What can I get you? What would you like? Boom. Grabs whatever. Yeah, this works. This works. This is actually a really good idea. I like that. Thank you, Jelly. I completely forgot about that, and then I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. So we'll work with it. Oh, and there is one more thing I do want to add. I could also add one more of these cases. It'll fit right there. Perfect. Alright. Just gonna quickly add in a little bar. Because we can. Alright, here we go. And it's not eating up too much of the dance floor, so it works. I went on to the wrong floor. I think I remember what I was gonna do now. Can't have a wedding without one? Yeah, that's a good point. And I was like, oh man, I forgot about that. That's a good point. I think instead I'm gonna use like a Castlevania wallpaper for this. I don't like how these trees are bleeding in so much to this wall. I'm gonna move these trees later. It's driving me nuts. I hate it. Like the bleed into the wall thing is just like atrocious. I hate it so much. Okay, so this is a little bit different than the venue downstairs. In this venue, we have extra windows, so that's going to be interesting. I could also add in... Okay, I don't want to add in too many extra windows, though. I don't know. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. You know what? I changed my mind. Let's go crazy with these windows. Fuck it. Get a nice view. I mean, you can see the guests arriving. You can see who's late. And of course that wall's gonna be replaced by this. Oh, actually no, I don't want maybe oh, I remember now why I didn't do it. That's okay. We'll just lock it. Raise the market up to 10,500 now? Yeah, right? Just the bar is like another 500 gold. Just the bar. That's funny. Okay, so now that we have some nice looking windows, nice looking wallpaper, I like it. Let's try and work on the floor. The floor needs a touch up. I think I am gonna go with the Ancient Symphony floor. I really like this flooring for a lot of different purposes, but using it with this wallpaper as like a full set is gonna be nice. Do you have a groom bride dressing room? No, but I can make one. So there's a spot over here where I'm gonna add in, I forgot to finish this part, but this is gonna be like a public bathroom right here. So this is just like a regular bathroom area, but the dressing room area I think is gonna have to be, you know, I could cover, oh no, because the staircase. I gotta think about this. Maybe that's what I should add down here. Like in this square here, this could be the changing room, because I don't have a changing room. And it can be across from the bathroom. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, because then when you go up the staircase, you just kind of have couple of rooms. Alright, we have a changing room now. That'll be dealt with later. It's good because you can do just a one tile for that. I just gotta remember to put a mirror in there, actually. Hold on, let me do that before I forget. Let's get that wallpaper looking good. And let's also get the outside of this building uniform with the rest. Oh. Get these pillars looking right. They don't look right to me. What's going on here? Oh, that's right. I forgot I built these windows because I wanted some kind of symmetry, but I feel like it's not even necessary anymore. I'll think about it. I'll think about changing that later. That's not the highest priority right now. Alright, looking good. My plan to raise the market value works perfectly, exactly. It's working alright. Alright, let's get that lectern down. Another table. It's the same. Alright. And then now we gotta get these chairs aligned again. This is the pain in the ass part of the build. Getting all the chairs looking nice, all lined up perfectly. Man. So downstairs we used the elegance chair. The elegance chair probably makes the most sense here for this, to be honest, because it does kind of match the flooring. But I'm not married to this idea, pun intended. I could also go with something a little fancier like these, but they do block a view a little bit. I don't want to use the same chair twice, so I think I'm going to go with something like this, and then maybe use the rounded chairs for upstairs. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so in the aisle, we're gonna use a different foundation. I think something like this might be okay. A little lighter than the rest, or I could go with something a little bit more concrete. But I feel like the subtle tiles look a little better because you can't really tell, like, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Which looks better? It's been nearly 2 hours and 28 minutes. Yeah, we're almost to the end of the stream. It's like another half hour. We've gotten a lot done, honestly. I mean, considering where we started. Builds like these tend to take a lot of time just because there's so many like minute details that I have to like think about and plan for, and sometimes like halfway through the build I'll realize, oh crap, I never added this or I never added that, and you know, that's another thing to consider. So I'm kind of on the fence as to which of these to use. This one, if I use this flooring, it definitely has more of a... Okay, so I'm gonna walk off here. Okay, so with this flooring, that looks pretty good, right? Not a huge visual difference, but definitely different. But if I go with this one, like, I liked how these tiles are kind of vertically going this way, which kind of naturally makes you feel like you're walking like toward the aisle or toward the altar, I guess. What a disaster. Okay, I can't decide, man. Because I like them both for different reasons. Like, I like how this one doesn't have any, like, clear tiles, so you can just kind of walk it and it's fine. And this one is kind of, oh, you know what I could do? I have an option. I have an option here that I did not utilize. Okay, so third option would be black carpet. That would be the third option. Or I could go with like a blue, like a dark blue. Yeah, you know what? I think this would be the theme, is I would go for like a dark blue flooring. And the middle aisle could be the carpet. These sides could be whatever. Or I could reverse it, which is another option too. But I kind of like the idea of there being a carpet split through the center, because I didn't do that in the last one. The last one I did the opposite. And I feel like this one's gonna look better with this arrangement. So we're gonna have like a similar layout to the previous build, but because there's more windows, it kind of adds like a little bit of extra visual variety here. So we're gonna have to be kind of quick on our feet making these decisions, if that makes sense. I could also go for something really chill like this for the back. Oh, hold on. No, I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping this flooring, or this wallpaper. And then let's choose a oh my god, imagine if I just put the gold pieces with like no window thingies. I wonder what it looks like during the day. I guess I could. I mean, wow. I'm impressed that even the shadow of the oh, it's on the outside. Hold on. Even the shadow of like the gold accents here is actually reflected. That's kind of cool. Whatever raises the venue value, exactly. I can't get it. Hold up. Oh, come on, let me grab it. Oh, there we go. I got it. It was kind of tricky because it's so thin. I almost don't want to add in like a regular. Because if I add, well, let me see. Because if I add this, that's super fancy. Surprisingly, this doesn't look bad. Like just having the curtains from like the opulence pack, that's not terrible. I could also just keep a, you know, open view with this instead. You're a greedy vampire? That's okay. Damn, I'm like on the fence now. 'Cause I really like the way that this looks without the, I'm gonna have to replace that window. I took it out. You know, I kind of like the look. It's super nice. It's actually pretty, you know what? I think I'm sticking with this. I'm just gonna go with the windows that are simple and then have the ornaments all throughout. And maybe the only ones that have like any kind of curtain will be like these or something. I don't know. Like maybe I can, yeah, you know what? I'm digging it. Let's go with this. Okay, no, not for the sides. Oh no, I'm being paranoid. I should have it on the sides and then just do these. And then everything else is just not like that. I don't know. Maybe I ruined it. Alright, I've decided. I'm only gonna have it in the immediate altar area. This floor, okay, so this carpet is called the, this is the Myrtle floor carpet, but in blue, dark blue. And then the other flooring is the Ancient Symphony pattern, which is from the Castlevania DLC. So yeah, we have a little bit of DLC items here, but not bad. Not bad at all, I think. Man, I'm losing steam, man. It's been a long stream. It's also been a long day. Like, this whole week I've been trying to go to bed earlier and stuff because I realized I'm just not getting enough sleep. And it's been hard. What about yellow? I mean, like here? Not really liking it. I actually don't really like yellow as a color, to be honest. The only time I use yellow in anything is for either demonstrative purposes or because I have a lot of gold or something going on and that's it. But this room, it just kind of... I feel like it just works fine without it. But yeah, I'm not really into yellow. I do think that some chairs are in order here. I could do the same thing I did with the downstairs and just put, like, you know, rows of carpet or something. And I think that might make sense here only because this set also comes with a carpet. So the Ancient Symphony carpet might look really nice here. Let's try it out. It has red in it though, so we might have red as a secondary color yet again in the build, but oh, that looks so nice. Ooh. You know, I'm actually loving this. I don't remember if I put carpet on the other part of the upstairs. I'm gonna have to check. Hold up. Did I put carpet? Oh, I did. Okay. I want to do something similar here. Yeah, let's try that. Ooh. Okay, all right. We looking good over here. I like it. I hated that some carpets can't change colors. Yeah, this is one of them. This one cannot... Whoops. Yeah, this one you cannot change the color of, unfortunately. But it does look nice, so I'm not even that mad. I don't know. Looking at it, though, I feel like it's not really matching the color combination that I want. Like, I would have to change the wall, thingies to, you know, what am I doing? What am I doing here? I'm being silly. I can technically just take... Oh, that one still doesn't have a window. I just noticed. Oh my god, that would have been embarrassing. I can see myself now doing a castle tour. And here's the window that's not here. Just gonna gloss over it. There we go. Yeah, because if this has red on it, then it just kind of works. The red and blue is not terrible. I don't know. I have to think about it because if I use a different color, like if I use a different kind of, let me see. I gotta think about this. Because this is a lot thinner. Like, yeah, I would get the blue that I want, sure. But it's also a lot thinner of a carpet, whereas this one is like a hell of a lot thicker. And just looks nice. And look at the detail. I mean, it bleeds into this part of the carpet too. Whereas this one just stops short. And I don't want them to be too similar, so I think I am gonna go with the Ancient Symphony carpet. Was not the original intent, but I'll take it. And then it'll also be easier to align the chairs correctly if I do that. This venue is going to be really similar to the other ones. It's just different colors and combinations, essentially. And then the one on the top floor, like the rooftop garden not venue, but you know what I mean. That space is going to be really nice too, but it's going to be completely different. So I think I'm going to do something slightly different here. I wonder how many pillars I can fit in this area, because I wonder if I can, I wasn't gonna do this at first, but I have an idea. Cause I mean, only thing is that these pillars do block the view, so I'd have to be careful. Like, I'd have to... No. Yeah, because if my chair is here, like, I can see, right? But if my chair is here, I can't see. Which is bad. It's a shame because I would like to put, like, pillars here that... Well, how thick are the pillars? Not that thick. Yeah, because if I'm sitting here, it's a direct block on the altar, which is not ideal. I guess I could just add pillars here instead, because then it's not blocking. Yeah, you know what? Let's try that. We'll add pillars there and here. We'll change the wallpaper. And then what we'll do is we'll put the chairs from the pillar to the center. That way, like, it's just gonna be a different chair layout. And then over here we can just do a bunch of, like, decorative things. I think that'll be fine. Because then it's different than the other one, you know? I don't want it to be just, like, a copy, necessarily. I think we're gonna go with some flags. For pillar ornaments. Let's go with this. That was a mistake. Oh no, I got it. Good. Oh, no, that is a mistake. I keep, like, misclicking. I hate that with the pillars. Damn. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, so when you enter in, you see the flags, but it's not, like, in your face, I guess. If I go with red, it definitely kind of stands out. I mean, I don't want to change all of this. I want there to be blue still. So I think the flags will remain blue. Okay, you turn around. Da-da-dee-dee-dee. You can see the things. That's not blocking. Okay, let's get the chairs down. I'm happy with this. I think I'm gonna start with this side first, actually. Oh, but I didn't consider that. I could also use a fancier chair, like the Nocturnal Opulence chairs here. It does actually kind of match this set, so... So the blue chairs look really nice, actually. Okay, let's try getting... a little space. That way that flag is not right on top of the person who's here. And if they sit down, they can see without issue. That's the main thing I care about. And we'll do the same thing here. Wrong one. We'll start right on top of here. If we ever get a decor update, what would you want? That's a good question. There's a lot of things I think we could probably add to this game that would be so cool. I think for me personally, some of the things I would really want, or that would be like, I don't know, I guess I would have to come up with a more comprehensive list, but oh crap, that was a mistake. I feel like, okay, so you know how we have the horse stable stuff, how we have like tack, and what else did we get? A couple other items, like horse related items you can hang on the wall. I wish we had like hangers for saddles. Like I wish there were saddles on the wall that you can hang, because it seems like kind of like unfortunate. Like it'd be nice to have that. I think we also need a coat rack, especially a functional coat rack just for cosmetic items. I'd have to think more about that question. I'll be thinking about that as I go. Let me make sure that this is viewable first. Oh yeah, you can see. It's a little uncomfortable, but you can see. What other things would I want? Maybe a fish tank? I think that'd be cool. Like a small, medium, and large fish tank. Because you can fish in the game. It'd be cool if you could, like, interact with it, and then it actually shows what you put in there. So if you put, like, I don't know, one of those corrupted fish in there, like, I wish that you could just, like, have that showcased. Like, even if it just holds one fish, like, I think it'd be cool. And it'd be cool if you could catch the piranhas and put a piranha in there instead. So yeah, I think a fish tank would be like very high up on my list of things I would really want. I can only imagine the kinds of layouts and things I can do with fish tanks. And you can go with a more aquatic theme. Because this game focuses a lot on the color red, even like in decor, I feel like. And I think that, you know, if we had something like a fish tank, it would give more opportunities to use other colors, like blue, for example. Or even green if there's like seaweed or something. Oh no, I made purple chairs. What am I doing? Messing up my colors. This is looking really nice. We're gonna put down statues again. In this case, I'm going to use marble. So, female statue, male statue on the right. That way, if someone doesn't know where to sit, they kind of have an idea. I get kind of lost with these kinds of ceremonial things. I can't remember the last time I've been to a wedding, honestly. Like, I'm not very good at this kind of stuff, but hey, I'm trying. And then we can choose, I like the omen candelabra, but maybe maybe something like a royal brazier in the back here would be cool. There we go. With blue lights on there. Maybe some chandeliers going through the center would be nice, but I gotta think about it a little bit. Let me see a decoration here, on the pillar. I think I'm gonna use a blue pillar thing right there, just to keep it even. Oh, this is kind of bleeding in. I need to push this forward a little bit. I mean, it's looking good so far. I feel like we definitely need some lighting though, because it just looks so dark over here. I could use pillar-mounted candle lights. Like, I could put... Oh, that was a mistake. Ah! There we go. Like, I could put something like that down here, where it's just missing the banner. I think that's fine. I could also use something that's, like, lower on this pillar. I don't know if this would work. That flame is way too close to that. Or I could go with the actual Ancient Symphony candelabra, which is probably the best option here. Because then you just, like, straight up miss the flags. So, you know what? For safety reasons, I think we're gonna go with that. I would want more walls, pillar decor. Yeah, like wallpapers are cool. You know what's another thing too? So you know these like double wide entrances? I want more of them. I want more in different varieties, and I also want ones that, like, I want them to make it so that they do what they did with the doors, where like the sides are like there. Like, I don't understand how, like, or why with the doors they made the wallpaper wrap around the door, which looks really nice, and then they didn't do it for the double wide, even though it's the same distance. Like, it's literally the same distance. They could have copy pasted that. Like, I don't, at least I think so. I don't know, I'm not a dev, but in my opinion that would not have been a hard thing to fix. So I don't know, maybe it was an oversight. Thank you for the head pat, reaction reviewer, appreciate it. Thank you for the hydrate, catchy kochu, I shall do that. And thank you for the stretch, what did you do? Oh, that was a big stretch, actually. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but I think the Ancient Symphony candelabra kind of does the job that we need it to do, so... I mean, if I place it behind the statues, that's kind of an interesting dynamic there as well. And maybe it wouldn't hurt to have them on the walls back here too. This whole place looks a lot brighter, I'll tell you. There we go. That's a lot nicer, I think. I guess we'll keep that as white. And then we'll put maybe some flying lights in the middle. I wanted to do that for the previous build, but it just didn't make sense. So... I don't know, man. Only 8 minutes? Oh my god, we got 8 minutes to finish the whole castle? No, I'm kidding. Imagine. Imagine if it's like, you only have 8 minutes to finish the entire castle. Good luck. I don't like how this chandelier can't change color. I know it's free, but that still sucks. Oh man, just aligning this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, let's start off with... You can't even see the lectern when you get close, it's the problem. So I think I'm gonna move this back to be above the lectern. And I'm thinking about removing this, actually. I'll put this behind, like maybe slightly behind the lectern, da 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 da, and then the chandelier falls and kills someone. I don't know. That's how the weddings are supposed to go, right? Oh my god, what a tragedy. I think right there is fine. And then maybe I'll do a couple right here. I'm gonna have to do some measurements first. Let's get this looking good. And I think just placing the lights here is gonna eat up the rest of the stream, to be honest. It's not the easiest thing to place. It's too far to the left. There we go. I think right there, and then maybe one right here. But this is exactly what I was worried about with covering up the lectern, so I'm gonna have to place it right here then. This is too far forward. There we go. Let's remove this one. We'll just keep this one in the center, and that'll be the only one besides this one up here. I think that's a fair distance. And then we'll just replace the carpet. There we go. Oh, fun. Oh my god, all my windows are like doing a thing now. There we go. Oh man, we got 3 more minutes! And I still haven't figured out what I'm doing. Why do I feel like that's the least of my issues? I'm definitely gonna have to figure out what to do with this back wall. It's very plain right now. I'm not really sure. Maybe put like a red curtain on it or something. Yeah, there we go. Spruce it up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then over here, I'm gonna have to put a bunch of flowers and stuff. So my plan is to put like some kind of weird flower arrangement or something over here, or some kind of like planter or something. I could also go with like I don't know, maybe not. So like if I go with something like this, right? I can put roses, or I can put something like a... Yeah, I can't even put blue flowers here, technically, if I wanted to. Oh my god, why does it look purple? What the hell? That's odd. We're gonna have to go with those planters, probably. I'll do the same thing on this side, and then I'll wrap things up. Boom.
This will not work.
And then I'm gonna have to go on the other side and get rid of that whole tree shenanigans. But yeah, not bad. It's a good start. I mean, it's not done, but it's gonna be looking nice, I think. Alright, well, something I think I'm probably gonna have to add is some flower plots. Sorry, flower pots, not plots. I'd be plotting with flowers. Anyway. I think that's pretty much mostly what we're gonna finish up here. I do want to go over a few things first before we end the stream. So please do not forget, I do have a survey that is in the chat, pinned to the top, no matter what platform you're on. And in that survey, I have a lot of questions and stuff. Not too long, should maybe take about 10 minutes of your time. But it's really, really important to me that I have as many people as possible fill out that survey. So far, only a handful of people have filled it out, so I don't have much data to go off of, which is kind of surprising, but kind of not at the same time. I don't know. I plan to have the survey up for only about a week, so... well, originally that's what I was gonna do, but I might have it again next week if there's not enough replies. We'll see. Anyway... If you happen to, oh yeah, this is the last stream of the week, by the way, and if you happen to have an Amazon Prime account and you're over on the Twitch side, feel free to use your free monthly Prime sub over on the channel. It helps a lot. If you're over on the Kick side, you can also become a subscriber and you get a channel badge and a bunch of other stuff, like some exclusive emotes just like you do on the Twitch side with that subscription. And then if you're over on the YouTube side and you become a YouTube member, you get one monthly members only video, and you get a you know, occasional behind the scenes posts of stuff I'm working on. You also get what was the other thing? Oh yeah, you get early access to new videos. So anything that I post ahead of time, you get early access to. So lately I've been posting a lot of rhythm shorts. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, feel free to check that out. I do not plan on posting a weekly video this week because I'm still working on the Power World video that I'm putting together. This it's a guide on PAL care and it's going to be very extensive and detailed. So I want to make sure I get everything right. It's going to be a lengthy process, and I'm still working on the script and doing a lot of experiments. So trial and error, testing, stuff like that, it does take time. So I appreciate your patience in this matter. I think that was pretty much everything. Oh yeah, if you like my V Rising Castle builds and you would like to take one home with you, you can. Over on my Ko-Fi, I have downloads to my previous castles that are free. So you can go over there, download them for free, and then, you know, access it. It also comes with instructions, by the way. And those instructions basically kind of explain the steps you need to take in order to, you know, view the castle and tour it yourself. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you play the game on PC, that is definitely an option for you. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over. Before I go though, I do want to do the stream streaks. I don't want to forget that. So let me see what we got here. Okay, looks like we have 2 stream streaks. We have one from Isekai Dude, who reached a 7 stream streak, so please give them a round of applause. And we also have Mage Flame, who has also reached a 7 stream streak. Please give them a round of applause. Great time, Xolo, everyone. Have a good night and fill out the please. Yes, please fill out the survey, guys. Like I said, it's really important to me that I get as much feedback as possible. This year is going to be very, like, I'm not kidding. This year is going to be the year. I am putting my foot on the gas. I am ready to go. Okay. We're going to be doing a bunch of cool stuff later on in the year, later on in the month, even potentially. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. It's going to be lots of fun. But yeah, the survey, absolutely fill that out. Please, please, please. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, enjoying the stream, chilling, chatting, vibing to the music. Also, just kind of having a good old time when it comes to, oh, I just realized I missed the candle. Oh, never mind, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I should add candles. Hold on, this is bothering me. I'm sorry. I know I'm trying to end the stream, but here we go.
I cannot build here.
There we go. We're good. We're good. I'll put it down. It looked weird without that. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And as always, Xolo out.